Hi, so I'm going to introduce the issue of genetically modified organisms, why this issue came about, and how we as humans use this to address that issue. So, to start, environmental science is a study of effects of natural and unnatural processes and of interactions of the physical components of the planet on the environment. So, therefore, in this case, we will be addressing genetically modified organisms' purpose in our environment. So, what is a genetically modified organism? GMOs are living organisms whose genetic material has been artificially manipulated in a laboratory through genetic engineering. This creates a combination of plant, animal, bacteria, and virus genes that do not occur in nature or through traditional crossbreeding methods. Most GMOs have been engineered to withstand the direct application of herbicide and/or to produce an insecticide. However, new technologies are now being used to artificially develop in other traits in plants, such as resistance to browning in apples, also to create new organisms using synthetic biology. So the issue here is that humans have created the use of pesticides that damage the environment, cause harm to animals, cause honeybee and pollination decline, contaminate groundwater, and more harm to the environment overall. And the solution to this problem is manipulation of genetically modified organisms, which originally was to address insecticide problems, but it brought scientists and society to another world of modifying organisms. So the pros and the cons. The pros of GMOs help us breed crops that resist drought, diseases, and insect pesticides, which means farmers achieve higher yields from the crops they grow to feed their families and generate extra income. Some crops can be modified to add nutrient-rich vitamins. It significantly reduces insecticide use. And genetically engineering can also be used to reduce food waste and its associated environmental impact. Examples include non-browning mushrooms, apples, and potatoes, and can also be expanded to include more perishable fruits. And for the cons, so there's no evidence that any of the GMOs offer enhanced nutrient and consumer benefit. Genetically modified crops are associated with an increased use of harmful chemicals or glyphosate. When soil is treated with glyphosate, it deprives the plant of its mineral absorption ability, and therefore harming the soil microbiome weakens plant natural defense mechanisms, requiring the use of even more pesticides and chemicals overall. So for the economic and political implications. Economically, the genetically modified organisms benefit farmers greatly by increasing their crop output and giving them more of an opportunity to make money. And politically, many ethical issues can be seen in the modification of living organisms. For example, inflicting harm on organisms or others. Roadblocks for genetically modified organisms. As mentioned before, we don't know of any nutritional benefits. People don't want chemicals in their food. And the use of GMOs can damage plants' defense, causing use for more chemicals in the long run. This is a very controversial topic today. There are both benefits and concerns to whether or not GMOs are perfectly safe in our society. Overall, modified plants, for example, can at least initially help protect crops by providing resistance to a specific disease or insect, ensuring greater food production. In my opinion, this was definitely a breakthrough for scientists to manipulate the genes of living organisms, and it can be both positive and negative for society. And we're excited.